All right, we are officially live. This is one of your co-hosts, Donald.
I'm Nick.
Nick. We kind of shorthanded right now. Two of our boys, we're not sure where they at, but of course they always know. They already know that they can jump on whenever they need to. But today we're going to be reviewing Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. This was actually one of my favorite movies. I'm super duper excited about this review. How you feeling about this review, Nick?
Oh, I'm happy and hyped for this.
Oh, okay. Serge just hit us up. He's driving through real bad. Okay. Oh man. Well, we are gonna do the Godzilla versus Space Godzilla review, and being able to go back and watch this movie, man, it just gave me some fun and happy memories. And I really had a fun time watching this movie. We had Baby Godzilla. We had the call back to Mothra and Batra versus Godzilla when they was talking about how Space Godzilla was created. And then we had Mogira. Mogira
Hmm
looked like something that Dr. Eggman created. Dr. Robotnik from Sonic. It looked like something that he created. Uh, but we'll go ahead. Oh, I lost you, Nick. I don't see you.
Yeah, I know.
Uh oh.
I'm gonna
Uh,
join right back.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wait for Nick to join back in. But anyway, I'll continue. This movie is a personal favorite of mine. Of course, the Heisei era to me is one of the best eras ever. My man, sir, what's up, bro?
Damn straight. Hey, say,
How you doing?
good, good. I'm on the road right now, so if I look kind of funny and dark, that's what's going on.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And
We got
and
Surge on.
if I cut off a bit or anything, I'm also kind of in a bad internet zone, but I'll hop back on.
Okay, that's cool. Well, we'll go ahead and jump right into the intro, and then we'll go ahead and keep it going, and we'll talk some Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
Yes, sir.
Boom, we here. You like that, sir?
That was awesome, man.
Yeah, that's all. I like that. I like that too. But yeah, man, we're here. I'm not sure where Remy at. Remy, this for you, man. We miss you. We don't know where you at, um, but yeah, getting into this movie, this is an awesome movie. Actually, going back, being able to just rewatch it, and I got to give credit to Toho because they're the best at designing kaiju. I mean, Space Godzilla looked intimidating, scary. I mean, all at the same time. And so, Nick, what I would like to ask you is, going back rewatching this movie, what did you learn from Godzilla versus Space Godzilla?
Um, I learned a lot actually. Like now, like younger watching the movie, it was like, I really didn't pay attention to it like I do now,
Right.
where you can see all the little details and everything. When I was a kid, I'm like, wow, three monsters going at it. This is great. And now you see, when they made Mogira, it was just the amount of technology they used. It was incredible how they explained how Space Godzilla was created,
Yeah.
and seeing Godzilla actually show emotion throughout the movie because of his baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say Baby Godzilla actually brought an emotional balance to the movie. Just knowing that Godzilla's, has a child, and Godzilla, has to check on this child, protect this child, because we saw that in the first encounter uh, with Space Godzilla. He really couldn't fight Space Godzilla how he wanted to because his child is in the danger zone pretty much. Uh, Serge, you being able to go back and rewatch this film, what did you learn about Godzilla versus Space Godzilla?
What did I learn? That Toho is really focused on continuity. Uh, I appreciated that when I was watching it again, because we don't get. Well, I mean, we do have continuity in the show for the most part. Not in Millennium, right? But
Yeah,
I really appreciated how it really was a series, continuing on with Baby Godzilla and continuing on with flashbacks of Biollante and Mothra and Batra and all those. And I just thought that was really cool. It just helps to solidify the whole Heisei series, and
yeah,
I love that. I love that.
yeah. The Heisei series is awesome. It's my favorite. The Heisei because they got so many good movies. Godzilla, man, he is such a tank. Heisei Godzilla is such a tank.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
like and
Yes.
I like this design on Godzilla as well. I love the design on Godzilla because he also looks intimidating. Godzilla looks like he's coming to mess some stuff up. We see the first encounter with Mogira and Space Godzilla. Now this is crazy because there's no way I'm trying to take on Space Godzilla in space. What I'm not like that. That was crazy. Mogira and Mogira was
We
a
can
unique robot.
acknowledge it.
Yeah,
In the first encounter, you actually saw when Mogera used the beams. It didn't
yeah.
even the first beam didn't even hit him. It hit an asteroid that was just floating by. But it
It
looked like
did. Yeah.
Space Godzilla was drawing the asteroid to block that first hit.
Right. And you sure right. And I think that first encounter, man, is scary because you see something like Space Godzilla coming at you. And I thought what was cool with Space Godzilla design, when he flies, he's covered in crystals. That's why I say Toho, man, they always find some kind of way to create a unique kaiju, and that's what I love. That's what I love. And I was sitting there looking at Space Godzilla, and I'm like, if they introduce him to the Monsterverse, it's not much they would have to change about his design. I mean, maybe they would enhance him a little bit, tweak things here and there, but it's not much that they can do with his design. And with that being said, Nick, I want to ask you about the first encounter between Godzilla and Space Godzilla. So we got Godzilla. He's got to protect his child. At this point, you watching this fight. What's going through your mind as this battle gets ready to go down?
So when I first watched it,
Yeah,
never thought of it or anything. Now looking at it, Space Godzilla's beam, I had no clue he could bend the beams or whatever to directly right at the person.
uh-oh,
You know?
Remy told me to let him in.
Oh yeah, I saw the message. It just popped up.
Remy.
There he is.
I'm here. Sorry about that.
Nah, you good, bro. You good.
And
What I
then
miss?
You missed the fire intro, bro.
you did.
Damn it all.
Um,
All right.
not only that, you also see when Space Godzilla hits Godzilla with a beam and he falls,
Mm-hmm.
instead of Godzilla shooting his breath directly straight where he could put his child in harm's way, he hit Space Godzilla in the shoulder, which weakened him a bit to at least let go of Baby Godzilla.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And Godzilla's atomic beam in this movie is strong because when he fires it, it's like when he lock on, it's like it kind of goes up and down a little bit. Like he hits you in a couple spots before he stops shooting it, which I thought was cool. But when you was talking about Space Godzilla, with how those beams could be, I didn't know that either. So I'm like, wow, man, Legendary can do so much with Space.
Oh,
Like they could do so much. What was those crystal things he was making? I don't know what they was,
literally, they were
but
just crystals.
It was like
yeah,
shards or
Space,
something like that. It was like
space
crystal
crystals.
missiles.
man,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
like I
Legendary could
don't,
do so much with this.
yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what, man. He can definitely be one of the most dangerous. One of the most dangerous monsters that Godzilla fight because when I go back and watch this movie, but Space Godzilla was able to throw crystals at Godzilla. I mean, he literally picked Godzilla up with whatever power that was and just slung him straight into a building. And he did the same
Yeah.
thing with Baby Godzilla. So I was like, man, this is awesome. This is cool. But it's one of my favorite movies. Serge, I also wanted to get with you real quick about the first encounter between Godzilla and Space Godzilla. What did you think of that first fight scene in this particular movie?
What I really appreciated the work that who was it? Ken Satsuma,
Yeah.
the Godzilla suit actor. I think he did such a good job on this one because I mean it's kind of it's a funny movie in regards that Godzilla has a son that he actively looks like he takes care of, and then you can see that like he actually puts that into his acting, covering Junior and taking care of him and taking blasts for Junior from Space Godzilla. So that was my first thought. Those are my thoughts when I was watching it again. It's been a little while since I've seen it, but when I watched it again, other than just thinking, "Man, this looks awesome," that's what jumped out to me was, man, Ken really did a good job making it look like Godzilla cared for a baby Godzilla.
Yeah, like Nick said, that emotion they gave him that emotion because this movie had a lot of balance. I actually like the human element in this movie as well.
Yeah,
It wasn't
like
boring, and
the telekinesis and stuff between the humans and Godzilla was actually perfect storyline for this,
yeah, 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 it was.
and it was equal timing too. Like they had a little bit of humans, a little bit of Godzilla. It was equal timing, not like the other
And
ones.
they also it was good that they had balance for this movie because if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Godzilla and Space Godzilla only had two encounters, but it felt like they seen each other like the whole movie because they fought on the island and then they fought again in the city. But it doesn't seem like it seemed like they fought more than that because the last
Oh
battle
yeah,
was really really long, which I enjoyed that destruction and things flying everywhere. Remy, I want to get you in here. That first encounter between Space Godzilla and Godzilla. How did you feel about that particular scene?
Um, I really enjoyed the first encounter between the two of them because I thought it made for an interesting. Because I thought that was a good introduction to their rivalry and also like a good introduction to Space Godzilla himself. So we got a good sense of his capabilities with the telekinesis, his shield, his corona beam, and just like his overall personality of how he's just like this very conniving and very malicious type of villain that Godzilla has to go up against. Like to me, I felt like Space Godzilla sometimes has a little bit more character than most other Godzilla villains. Like for me, Space Godzilla just comes off as like a classic comic book villain
Hey
who
everybody.
actually has a
Sorry,
plan.
have some comments in there.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, we had to like some comments in there. I agree
Uh-oh.
with Mogira. You can go ahead, Remy. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Yeah, but I also pointing out with Surge, I did like the way Ketsuzuma also played Godzilla in that scene where he's actually like trying to put little Godzilla behind him as he tries to fight Big Godzilla on his own. And then I really like that little motion too, where you see Godzilla like grab little Godzilla and start lifting him up, and you see Godzilla's hand kind of like go up for like a quick second and like fall back down because he's too weak.
Yeah.
I like that little touch where he's like trying to reach out to his son one last time, and then that's it. He can't do it. He's just too beaten at that moment, and so that really just makes audiences go, "Okay, yeah, this guy has to go. He's got to die."
When Godzilla get knocked down, he has that same tilt. He just fall right to the side. Boom.
Exactly.
and then he gets up the same way he fell.
It's
And
like
he,
every
he
classic Godzilla fall.
Sad after the fight, like when they just fly away. Literally looks sad.
Yeah, he
oh
does
yeah,
though.
yeah, he did, yeah, he did, and I think that is something that a lot of MonsterVerse fans, I guess, they just got introduced to, that Godzilla has emotion, but he's always had emotion. They've showed different sides of Godzilla, whether it's in the Showa, the Heisei, that he's always had emotion. And I actually prefer it when Godzilla show that emotion, because he's definitely misunderstood. He's definitely misunderstood. And in this movie as well, I think that this movie it also helped me feel like Godzilla was a hero, because that lady, the fairy twins said it themselves. They was basically like, look, if Godzilla get killed, it's gonna be easy to conquer the world. All right, like we need him. He needs to be alive at all costs. And so that's another thing I liked about this movie and what Toho do. Toho, they want you to know how much they really care about Godzilla, and they show it. And that's one of the things that I love. Even in this movie, like I said about the story. So Nick, I'm gonna ask you, who was your favorite character in this movie?
My favorite character, to be honest, sorry to the big G, but Space Godzilla, his design was just wow.
Yeah, his
Like
design
you
was
wouldn't even
killer, man.
expect him to be something like that. You know, you thought, yeah, it's like some normal monster coming from space. No, this man had abilities that nobody could have thought of. He had crystals coming off his shoulders. His dorsal fins were crystals themselves. He
Now
had
that was
crystals on
fire.
his tail. Like you wouldn't, and he was completely different from Godzilla himself.
Yeah.
The only thing they shared was the same G cells.
That's it. And I love when they start showing the flashbacks of Biolante and Nick. We talked earlier. I was like, man, that's scary. The way Biolante started crawling and moving like that, man. Like I wouldn't even know what to do. It's nothing you could do. But
Nothing.
they showed Batra, Mothra. Like I thought that was awesome. And I think one of the things I like about this movie is, like you said, Nick, Space Gods. It was his design for me. Anytime I saw him on the screen, I was like, the more and more it made me want him in the Monsterverse. Like his powers, his ability. I mean, it was awesome. And then he built his own little layer with like those crystal things or whatever they is. Man, that looked crazy. That was insane. That was insane. And how he was using that tower to power up, his crystals to keep his
Hmm.
power. I thought that was crazy. I thought that was real crazy. So with that being said, Serge, would you like to see Space Godzilla in the next Monsterverse film?
Go to Remy. I'm actually pulling up to the checkpoint on the road, and then I'll go.
Remy, would you like to see Space Godzilla in the next Monsterverse film?
Oh yeah, totally. I would love to see Space Godzilla, like a good rendition of Space Godzilla in a Monsterverse, because I feel like with how much character and personality they give the Titans in the Monsterverse already, they could
Mhm.
amplify that with Space Godzilla and just make him a total creep and just make him like almost equivalent to Joker. Like make his motivation like not anything sensical, just make him want to spread as much chaos as possible around
Right.
Earth, or him maybe just wanting to create, or maybe just him wanting to create his own empire where he'll go from planet to planet to planet, just putting crystals there so he can like expand his power and just become the most like and just become the strongest organism alive, beating Godzilla.
Yeah, man. Because I
That
wouldn't have I wouldn't have no problem seeing him in the Monsterverse at all. Like I wouldn't have no problem at all. You ready, Serge?
Yeah. Okay. What was the question?
Would you like to see Space Godzilla in the next Monsterverse film?
Big time. I would totally love to see what Legendary could do with Space Godzilla as far as his design, his power. Although I agree with you, Donald. I don't think they would need to change too much because he already had like a super cool design. Um, maybe I think I even told you guys some time back an idea about the dorsal plates actually looking more like the crystals, which they already do, right? But other than that, yeah, we need Space Godzilla in the Monsterverse.
Yeah, we for sure. And was it me or did it like the end of his tail was like kind of like a club, like it was made out like man,
It was a club of crystals.
like dude, that is a killer, especially for that time to be able to come up with a design like that because this was what 1993, 1994. So
Yeah,
just
94.
I mean, yeah. So just think of them coming up with a design like that. And it's that killer, like dude, that design is awesome. So I fell in love with Space Godzilla all over again watching this film. Um, but Nick, what is it? Anything that you would like to talk about in this particular film?
Mm, nothing comes to my mind at the moment.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say I would say we definitely need him. We definitely need him for the Monsterverse. In this movie, though, you can tell that Mothra is definitely a guardian. She's definitely a guardian, being able to pass messages, being able to speak, and being able to talk. She wants what's best for the Earth. And I think Mothra is probably one of those people who's going to try to get the best understanding from anybody as possible. Like she's going to try to work with you to the very, very end. But I love that we were able to see her in this movie. I loved her theme too. And by the way, that I like. How does I feel about the soundtrack? The soundtrack was killer. I love the soundtrack in this.
Soundtrack was
In
kind
it.
of good.
Yeah, the
I
soundtrack
enjoyed
was
it.
good. Yeah, I enjoyed I enjoyed the
I thought it
soundtrack. The
had
soundtrack was great.
I thought it had some good themes in there. Overall, I don't think it's one of my favorites, but I think it had some good parts in it. Like I really dig Mogira's theme. I kind of like Space Godzilla's theme, and I do kind of like first the first theme that plays when Godzilla and Space Godzilla do end up
Yeah, me
meeting each other
too.
for the first time. I like that score. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was fire. I enjoyed that too. I really liked it. I really liked that theme. Serge, how you feel about the soundtrack and Space Godzilla, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla?
I'm with Remy on it. It's not one of my favorites. I think because of this this movie has space elements and it gets even more fantastical than the movies prior. Um, well, a little bit. You know, I know we had Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. That one is pretty spaced out too. Uh, wait, is that one before or after this one?
This was King Ghidorah was before.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
I think
91.
Sure.
Yeah.
when I was watching it and listening to it, I was thinking. I think there were some parts where they weren't really sure what to do because of it being a little different than the others and having, I mean, a flying space scene and chase and fight. I remember when the music for that one came on, I thought it was kind of cool, kind of jazzy, a little different, but I did like it, but again, like I'm with Remy in that it's not one of my favorites.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Everybody getting their opinion in. Nick, talk to me about the final battle sequence between Godzilla and Space Godzilla. How did you feel about that fight scene? It was real long, so I definitely
Honestly,
enjoyed it.
honestly, that was a very long fight scene, to be honest. And the fact that we had, Mogera and Godzilla teaming up to try to take him out, which
Yeah,
was even better because you got to see like I keep forgetting the guy's name.
Loki,
Uh,
Yoki.
Yuki.
Yuki's his
I think it might
name.
have been Yuki.
Yukio, there you go. Yeah,
Oh,
he
Yukio.
sat there and actually put his difference aside. Yeah, he put his difference aside from trying to kill Godzilla to helping him team up and destroy the last thing. that stood in their way
Yeah,
between life and death.
and I liked his character even before then. I'm not gonna lie. He did a really good job in this movie. I think one of the things that tripped me out in the well, not tripped me out, but one of the things I really enjoyed in the final battle was Space Godzilla being able to show off how strong he is. Because there was a point where Mogira was firing off at him, and they went into reverse mode. And when they went in reverse mode, he shot his beam, boom, boom, and like split him open, knocked him down. And that was like it. And it got even more crazy because he started walking up to him. But by this time, Godzilla enters. He finally gets there because it seemed like he wasn't going anywhere. And he finally gets there and he shows up. And I think another thing too is like Space Godzilla. He, like I said before, he built his own little power layer with those crystals. I don't know what that was, but I thought that was really, really unique. And he was, I mean, levitating Godzilla off the ground, and shooting crystals. Like, I don't think that sequence could have got any better than that. And it was only right that he had those abilities because it was already 2 against 1. But for him to be able to show off his power and to show off how strong he is, I mean, he's definitely a threat to Godzilla. So that's what I respected about the sequence, the second sequence that they had, sir. So that leads me to ask you, how did you feel about the second sequence between Godzilla and Space Godzilla, joined by Mogira?
Oh man, I'll say that. I don't know. I guess I see why, but I know I don't want to say hate for this movie, but it's kind of viewed as one of the lower Heisei movies. I like to think that they're all pretty level and pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I see some of the things here and there, but man, we get some of the longest fighting scenes in this movie, especially that one, that scene, and that's because Godzilla versus Biollante is my favorite Heisei movie, but I mean, there's more fighting in this one, and I love that, and it is a really, really good scene. I think even some time ago, somebody uploaded part of that, the end part of that fight scene on Instagram, and when I saw it, I guess I hadn't seen the movie in a while, so I thought, wow, that was a pretty savage fight. So yeah, very, very enjoyable. Might be pretty high up there in my favorite Heisei fight scenes, and actually the whole series too.
Yeah, me too. I was definitely. I was at work. I was getting hyped. I'm like, dang, I got to keep it down for somebody to come around here and they hear me. I had my lunch, man. I had my feet kicked up. I was enjoying the movie. Remy, how did you feel about the second sequence? The second. Hey,
I was going to say hello in the chat.
Astro Vibes, what's up, bro? But how did you feel about the second sequence, Remy, between Godzilla, Mogira, and Space Godzilla? Talk to me.
I could be honest, right?
Yeah, go ahead, Remy. Go ahead, man.
You could be one
Alright.
honest.
Alright. I'll be honest. This is probably one of my least favorite fights in the Godzilla series, just because of how long it is. Like, I think it was like 30 minutes long at least, and I'm like, oh my god, you need to cut it down, my dude. But I'm not saying the entire fight is bad. It still had very enjoyable moments in it though. I did like the scene where Space Godzilla did lift up Godzilla and throw him into the building. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was handled really well. I did like some of the shots. I also my favorite move actually for Space Godzilla is when he literally stabs his tail straight into Agira's chest and like lifts him up and like throws him to the side. I thought that was really neat. I thought that was really neat. I was like, oh, because that just shows how like mad Space Godzilla got at that moment. He was like, all right, I have enough of this, and just stabs him and just throws him to the side. And I do like that scene where Godzilla and Space Godzilla actually get close to each other and like start like getting close quarters. Like I actually see them like start ramming into each other, like actual going physical fight, which I wish there was more of. Exactly. Like I do like that detail actually, where Space Godzilla is not a good physical, is not a good close quarter fighter compared to Godzilla. Godzilla has a lot
Yeah.
more experience with physical combat. Godzilla is more of a laundry attacker, which I really like that detail between them. So once Godzilla lost his powers, he was losing the fight because he didn't have as much experience when it came
Right.
to
That's a
the
good point
fighting
out, man.
opponent. Yeah, no, I just thought of that actually now. I'm thinking about that. When you said that Godzilla was kicking his butt in that scene, I was like, oh yeah, it is true, actually. Like Godzilla wasn't doing that much in that one scene. He wasn't doing that good.
Yeah.
But I do like the final. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean to
No,
cut
go
you off
ahead,
on it.
bro. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
All right. No, I do like that final kill though, when Godzilla does use a spiral heat ray. That's the blast. Godzilla just blow him
Yeah.
up to smithereens. I was like, there we go. Finish him. It's a Mortal Kombat fatality right there.
Yeah, Godzilla. Godzilla set the city on fire with that one. That's
Yeah,
my guy,
exactly.
man. Godzilla.
I'm
Nick.
just like, all right.
Go ahead, Remy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, never mind. It's fine.
Nick, I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite scene from this particular film and why?
Favorite scene? Maybe the emotional scene between Godzilla and Little Godzilla, honestly,
Okay.
because it was showing more of a father's love towards his child, and he's willing to die for his son to live. But now
Yeah.
that Space Godzilla took his son captive, and then he did everything in his power to go fight him to release him.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. What was that guy? What was that guy name? What was his name? I can't. The guy that he was against Godzilla at first.
Yukio, I think.
Yukio.
Yeah, when he was chasing him around the island wherever Godzilla went, bro, he really wanted Godzilla gone. like everywhere.
He was willing to hit him with a bullet of
I know. I'm like,
some blood.
Yeah.
I'm like,
like
yes.
that's gonna stop him.
I was like, yes, sir. A bullet is going to destroy Godzilla. You tried atomic bomb. You tried bombs, tanks, jets, even a freaking robot version of Godzilla, and it still can't take him down. I'm sure one bullet is going to kill him. Yes.
Yeah, I
Of
honestly,
course.
I know the military cannot stop Godzilla, but I just love when they in a movie and they try to do it because I know I'm gonna get some kind of satisfaction from Godzilla by just destroying them. That's what I love about I like military. I like when they're in the movie just so I can watch them get destroyed. That is it. Just put them there so they can get destroyed and Godzilla can go on about his business. I think my favorite scene from this movie when Godzilla's walking off towards the end. And the guy says that I think he's had enough of a bad day, and Godzilla's just kind of walking off. And I'm like, wow, man, wow. So I was like, yeah, Godzilla had me pretty shook up, man. He had a tough battle, man, having to fight for his son, and not even fighting for his son. He fighting for his territory. So it's like, man, this is pretty much it. Like if I lose, that is it. The world is Space Godzilla. But if I win, I get my son and I get to maintain balance and keep my territory. So I would have to say that was my favorite scene. Serge, what about you? What was your favorite scene from Godzilla versus Space Godzilla?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the fight scene, with the last fight scene. Sorry, Remy. I love how long it is, and I just love how it ends. I love how, man, he just blasts him. So yeah, ending fight scene easy for me. Although there is a really cool. What I really liked about this movie was the cinematography, as far as when you see Godzilla in the background or in those wide shots where you can see his surroundings. I felt like this movie did that really well, and they even did it a little different than the other ones. I know near the beginning, when Godzilla is coming up to the island, there's a really cool shot of, I think his feet are still in the water. He's barely coming up to the beach, but it just looks really good. Looks really natural, almost lifelike. And I don't know. I always really liked the way that shot looked. Him coming on.
Yeah, had a little bit of silhouette. That was dope. Yeah, that was good. They had a little bit of silhouette when he was walking by that building, which they did a really, really good job on. Remy, I want to bring it to you. Favorite scene in Godzilla versus Space Godzilla and why?
I actually have two favorite scenes in this
Okay,
one.
okay.
My first favorite scene is probably Little Godzilla's introduction when they come across him, where the guy's like, "Oh, it's probably, oh, damn, he found me." Like they were playing hide and go seek with each other. Like to me, I find that just adorable. Like to me, Little Godzilla is just cute, man. I just love the little guy. I think he's really adorable in this movie. I do
Yeah.
feel bad for him when he gets captured, but I do feel relieved when we see him at the end and you see him kind of shoot those little atomic bubbles.
Oh yeah, that was,
I get
yeah,
scared by
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's funny. And then the second one is right at the end where you see Godzilla like swimming off into the sunset. And if you look and you have like that wide shot of like all the characters looking out at the
Yeah.
ocean, and if you focus, you can see that the middle guy looks to the left and looks to the right, and you can see that the other two have like a lady right next to them, and he notices like, oh, he doesn't like have anyone next to him.
He
He
took
doesn't
off
have a
looking like
girl.
other Godzilla.
I was like, huh. I was like, huh. Like I don't feel that
Yeah, he tried.
ever.
Yeah, he took off out there in the water. But
No, yeah, no, it's funny because like the other two have a girlfriend kind of, but he doesn't. He's still
yeah,
single at the end of
yeah,
the
the
movie.
other dude stole my lady. He did spit that weak game the first time he tried to get her though. That was
Oh
weak.
boy.
That was some weak game. He tried it the first time, but she really wasn't feeling him. I'm
You
like, man,
know,
he came out the sunset and y'all on the beach and you spitting that weak game. I'm like, bro, what you doing?
You know what? I do got a question.
Okay.
So how would you guys bring Space Godzilla into this now and day modern Monsterverse? How would you bring him in, and how would you design him, and what abilities would you give him?
Wow. Um. Okay, so I guess I go first. I guess. I
yeah.
would
You go first, Tom.
probably. I,
I'm thinking.
I would probably keep most of his abilities. Maybe they'll enhance them a little bit. I don't know. I would probably keep because I didn't have an issue with none of his abilities at all. And you said ask about his design. His design, he would definitely have more of the crystal dorsal plates. That's for sure. I don't know if I would have those two crystals on the shoulder as big. I probably would keep them, make them a little sharper. Probably make them a little sharper. But it's so hard because I like his design. So it's kind of just off the top of my head. I don't want to lie to y'all. Like I don't know how I would do his design. Now, as far as bringing him in the Monsterverse, man, that's tough. Um, I don't know how I would do. I don't know how I would do it. I don't know how I would do that. Oh man, that's tough. I don't know. How would
How
you do
would
it,
you bring
Remy?
him into the Monsterverse?
Ooh, wow. How would I bring Space Godzilla into the Monsterverse? Wow, man. I don't know. I don't know, Nick. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I would bring him in. How would you bring him in, Sirs? I need help. Help me out, Remy.
Give us your wisdom, Serge.
How are we fitting Space Godzilla into the Monsterverse?
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
then what would you do about his design? I think
And abilities.
and abilities. That's right.
How do we get him in? I don't know. That's a tough one. I had the idea for Biolog. Say that's Space Godzilla.
Yeah, that would be really
I don't know.
hard.
I'm gonna go to his design. Um, that sounds like another video to me. But children, Donald knows what's up. Uh, his design. Donald, I think you said you'd make the crystals on his shoulders a little smaller. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably do the same. I would probably make. I think I would make his dorsal plates much more crystal-like and bigger, um, just to show off size. And then also, I think I just think that would look really cool because Godzilla and Monsterverse, his dorsal plates are really big. So I would say that Space Godzilla needs to be really big also.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
lost him. He went
We
into a
lost
dead
him.
zone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's in. That's a really good question, Nick. Bringing him in. I'm with Serge. That's
Before I
probably
say
another
mine,
video. Man,
I
it's
want to hear
hard.
Remy.
Now his design, I would change his. I would change his chest. I would change the color of his chest to match his crystals, whatever color his crystals is going to be. I would do that because I liked the red, but I didn't know if the red really went with him. So what I would do is I would make his chest probably the same color as his crystals, and probably and I don't know, and that's about it, man. That's about it. Like I would make his crystals smaller, a little sharper, give him the dorsal plates, like Sir said, keep the club on the end of his tail, keep the club at the end of his tail, um, and maybe change his beam color. Maybe I would make it purple. Maybe
Oh, okay.
I would make it purple. And Godzilla was taken into the stratosphere by Ghidorah, so they could use that as a reason. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Use that as a reason for fun. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
that would be that should be pretty interesting because Godzilla was bleeding, so maybe some of that slipped out,
Dang. Yeah, that is awesome.
flew
That's
into
that's the
space.
awesome theory. That's awesome. Wow, that is awesome.
Let's hear yours, Remy.
All right. So for me, I'm gonna go with origin first. So with her, how I would bring Space Godzilla into the Monsterverse, I'm actually a
Yeah.
little bit interesting here. I'm gonna make Space Godzilla actually be Godzilla's brother. I'm gonna have him start off as one of Godzilla's species first,
Okay.
as like Godzilla's actual biological brother. So for me, I'm gonna do. So one day there's like this crystal kind of like asteroid that falls from space and lands on Earth, and Godzilla's brother finds it, and when he touches it, the crystal actually like latches onto his hand and like goes into his body and like actually mutates him into Space Godzilla.
That would be dope.
So then Godzilla and Space Godzilla, like, well, and what that happens to his Godzilla's brother is that it actually doesn't transform his body, but also transform his mind. So he becomes a lot more vicious and a lot more evil than he used to be. So then that causes Godzilla and him to have a rift between each other, and Godzilla manages to kick Godzilla back into space. So then, and then maybe you could have it where like relating to the Godzilla versus Kong behind the scenes novel that they did, the storyboard book that they
Yeah.
brought out. You could have it where Space Godzilla actually tried to take over Earth several times, but he kept getting thwarted by Godzilla or some other kind of apex. And
Oh
so
wow.
Godzilla comes back one day during our time, and that's when Godzilla and him have their final fight for the last time.
Yeah,
And so
that'd be
like
dope.
I'm thinking for design wise, I'd still keep Godzilla the same as he is right now. I wouldn't really change that much. The one thing I would really change is that I would probably make his arms a little bit more longer, so that way you could actually like get into an actual physical brawl with Godzilla when it comes down to it.
Gotcha.
And I would have it where his main power comes just from his crystals on his shoulders. So you take away this crystal on this side, that gets rid of his shield, so he can't use the shield anymore. And then the other crystal on this side actually gets rid of his corona beam. So once you destroy that, he can't shoot his beam anymore. so he's practically defenseless at that
Dang,
point
really?
in the fight.
That's dope, man. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
You
And
thought
for
about this?
abilities, I actually have for a while. So like for my abilities, I wouldn't change that much about it. I still keep the Corona Beam and all that stuff the same. The one thing I would add to Space Godzilla though is that he could actually have the capability to like grow a crystal shard right out of his arm. So like it's kind of like a spike that like grows out. So like he clenches his fist and then it like pops out. So then he can like use it to actually like stab his opponents and stuff.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah,
then he
that's
can like
fire.
and then to retract them, he just opens up his hand and then retracts them back inside. Kind of like Wolverine.
Yeah, that would be dope. And if Godzilla had a brother, and if that crystal came out of space, let's just say he got that crystal from the hollow earth way before they even discovered it.
Oh yeah, it's true. That could be even better.
They could also make it that
For me-
Godzilla fought an ancient monster to a stalemate who fled Earth and had some of Godzilla flesh with it, passed through a black. Oh, he coming with it, man. He got some pretty good theory. I like that, man. I
So
really like
Pretty good
that.
too,
on
actually.
my part, I would go with what Dragon was just saying, because it was in a part that I was actually going to say it.
Uh-huh.
You know, in the book they did say, you know, in a theory, someone said that a Godzilla ancestor ate a crystal and became Space Godzilla.
Wow.
So in a way, that's how I would start it. I would show that origin happening, crystal falling from the sky, and him eating it from the floor, and show time as it progresses and evolves and changes him. And then I would sit there and, you know, show him actually first showing to Earth and eliminating all the Godzillas.
Oh wow. Wow.
But one.
Now we
But
getting
one.
somewhere. Now we
Oh,
getting somewhere.
And, you know, keep progressing it as it keeps going on. And we see the one Godzilla as we have him now from 2014 to now,
Mm-hmm.
you know, evolve more and more. Towards his design, I wouldn't change anything but the color, like you said, the chest plates
Yeah.
that he has. I would change them into the white clear crystals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would
I
definitely for sure
would do
go with
that.
that look. Yeah, that'll be
And you
a
know,
dope look.
like you and Serge said, I would do his dorsal plates, little crystal likes, like really crystal like.
That would be so fire,
And
man.
as far as this goes, yeah, I would keep him a little bit shorter so he has more combat action, you know. And best thing I would do for him is ability wise, yeah, I would change his beam to a purple beam. Keep every other ability he had, but add what Remy said, and then his tail shoot shards out.
Oh
that'd
wow.
be cool.
That'll be fire. That'll be fire. And one ability while we're talking about it that I would give him the ability to be able to take, how can I explain it? You know, you have some people where, well, like if games or whatever, you can take somebody else's power. You have the same
Oh
exact power.
yeah,
I would
like
give him that
absorb that
ability.
ability.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would give him that kind of power where he can shoot Godzilla atomic breath at him, like his actual own atomic
Oh,
breath. I would
that'd be
do
cool.
that.
Sort of like Mega Gers did in
Yeah,
Godzilla
exactly.
Unleashed,
Yeah,
the video game.
yeah.
Or
He
like
would take
how?
anybody's ability
Oh
and
no,
fire it
okay.
the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
And actually, you know
Even in the
what?
movie,
Adding
they
on
did
to
the same
that,
thing.
I'm gonna give another ability to Space Godzilla. I'm gonna have him actually teleport. So like, let's say Godzilla like tries to grab him, and then he like Godzilla's like teleports, and Godzilla's like, "Where'd he go?" All of a sudden, you just see him like teleport right behind Godzilla and like give him a punch right behind the head.
That's a good power. That's a good
So
ability to have because it kind of fits his space theme. Being able to
Exactly.
teleport, so I can kind of see that going hand in hand. That'll be fire, bro. That'll be fire.
No. Oh my God! Imagine they gave that ability to the Monsterverse Gigan, and you have a fight between those two. It'd literally be like a Dragon Ball Z fight where they're just teleporting between each other. You just got them like
Yeah.
that'd be so cool,
Legendary.
actually.
Legendary, give us blank pieces of paper. We're giving you this. We're
Yeah,
giving you this.
Yes,
Use it.
please imagine the
Use
potential
it.
of this.
Now
Seeing these two titans teleporting between
don't
each other.
steal our ideas because we're gonna sue y'all. Just ask us and just let us get our imprint. You know, and we'll be good. Just let us get
Yeah,
our imprint.
exactly.
We'll be good, man.
We can write down our ideas,
Honestly,
and you can have somebody direct them if you want.
have
Heck, have
Remy
even
draw out
Adam
the
Wingard
pictures.
direct them.
Just have
Yeah.
Remy draw out the pictures of what everybody will look like.
Exactly.
That's it. There it is. There it is, right there. Just coming up with great ideas, wonderful ideas, and we getting paid. And they can't put out any designs until they come through us. But that's mandatory.
Yep.
Honestly,
That's mandatory. They won't be doing nothing without going through us. Because it's only right. You know, they probably sit back watching and I know. Mm-hmm.
what did you
Or
guys think
somebody
of
else probably.
Mugira's design?
Oh, the Mogira design?
Um
I haven't really talked about Mogira that much, actually.
yeah, he looked like something that Dr. Robotnik would create.
That's too good, man. That's too good.
Like when I first
He
seen it,
does
I'm like,
look like that, though.
I thought of Sonic. I'm like, Dr. Robotnik always, well, they call him Dr. Eggman now, but he always wants Sonic. And when I first seen it, I'm like, oh wow, that's like something he'll create. But
It reminds me
Mogira,
of the Megazord.
yeah,
How to like
yeah,
break into different parts and just go on, or a freaking Gundam robot maybe, where they like break away, just go into like their own separate vehicles.
To answer Dragon's question, yes.
What drag?
Wait, what do you say?
Would you still?
Would you still?
Oh
would you
yeah,
still
I
have
would.
Space Godzilla transform? Yeah.
I still do
Transform into
that.
his
Yeah, I still
flying
have them.
crystal mode,
Yeah,
and then
all those
transform into
crystals
battle
around
mode.
them. That would be
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
I would still
I
do
still
it.
have that.
I'm not gonna lie. When he had all those crystals around him, I liked that. I was like,
Yeah,
man, I
he looked
like
really
that. I enjoyed
imposing when he flew, because
that. Yeah,
like you can't attack him. There's no place to attack because he's just sharp all around.
yeah. Like
That's why
what you
Mogira
like?
lost the first fight.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah, and then
I gotta say too, Mogira was a punk in this movie. I'm sorry, but
Yes, he was.
that machine
yes.
stood no chance at all
Yes,
during
that
those
machine had
fights.
zero chance of doing nothing. For God's
Exactly.
sakes, all four five. There was 5 Mechagodzillas made. You had the ones that were from the 19 somethings. Then you had you had 2 Kyus. Then you had Mechagodzilla 2, and then you have this version. All those had more fighting chances than Mogera.
Yeah,
he
it did.
got whooped up twice. He tried to fight
The
him
one
out of space
thing,
and lost.
the one
For
Yeah, I
God's sake,
think
just blew his
on his
leg off. He
shoulders,
lost flying.
y'all think Metal
drilled,
Kong gonna
used
whoop
his
him?
drill nose to get Godzilla in the head. I mean the neck, but that's it. And then he got the rest of the fight got his butt whooped.
Bro, that's a terrible ability to charge at somebody like that. You're a mechanical robot.
Yeah.
Because when he backed up
You know
and
what,
Space
Dragon?
got
Yes.
Mogera,
Yeah.
man. Like, it's
Yes,
okay,
Dragon, I would.
But
yeah, Kong. Yeah, I would definitely have Kong help. I
I
tell you
would
what,
have Kong show up
if
in
King
the fight.
Ghidorah,
Yeah.
King Ghidorah ever comes back, he know who Kong is now. Kong gonna have to see King Ghidorah.
Oh shoot, that's true.
Yeah, he know who he is now. He
He's
done
like,
seen
oh,
him.
I remember you. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
I feel
remember
like since Big Godzilla is like a threat not only to the surface but also to the Hollow Earth, I feel like Kong would step in because that's his job now. He's the protector of Hollow Earth, but also the surface. So I feel like Kong would come and help. I don't know if Kong would be able to stand a chance against Space Godzilla, especially if he still kept all of his abilities from here. Like I feel like Kong would still get his butt whooped, like pretty bad.
Yeah,
He died.
they got some.
He'd die.
He died. Listen.
He'd
In
die.
this movie, every person said it. Kong was beast. Kong did this. Kong died in the movie. Bro, that's the biggest L ever. If you had somebody jumpstart your heart, that is the biggest L ever. They said Kong won that last. No, he died. That's the L of the universe.
I like Kong though. I like Kong though. I
Yeah.
like Kong. I like Kong, man.
I feel like Kong
Nah.
could still. I feel like Kong could like maybe last 2 minutes against Space Godzilla, and then right after that, you gotta just go. Okay, I'm done.
Space
And then he uses
Godzilla,
telepathy and just slam him.
Space Godzilla would have
That's
problems
all you
with he would have trouble with Kong's elusiveness. I don't think
Yeah,
Kong get
exactly.
enough
That's what I'm
credit for
saying.
that. King Kong is going. He's good at fighting with when he's surrounded by things. He's good at that. He's gonna
Yeah,
find it. He probably take his own crystal and beat him with it, but he'll
that
find a
is
way to
true.
hang in there for a while. He probably wouldn't beat
Yeah,
him, but he'll
yeah.
hang in there for a while. And
Because
he
again, I feel like once Godzilla has a good like idea about how Kong likes to fight, he'll probably just go, okay, I'm not just gonna go up with a close combat. I'm just gonna go like this, grab with his telepathic powers, just hold on
oh
Kong,
yeah.
and just like
He
throw him
said,
to the side. Like, all right, I'm done.
what if part of Space Godzilla's abilities allow him to
Oh,
control him? Oh, bro, it's over.
oh, we're done. Yep, that's it.
It's over with.
No more. We're done. We're all
Humanity's
screwed after that.
Wow.
Everybody's screwed.
That's a
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
that-
Spirit Godzilla's eyes, like they could act as kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? They could act as like hypnosis, maybe. They can like
yeah.
hypnotize, like when he like stares at a human long enough, they actually like, start to hypnotize a human, and that puts him under his control.
That'd be awesome. That'd be an awesome ability to have.
I got a question for you guys. Actually.
Okay.
So, and Serge is gonna like this question because it involves Bylante. So, what I was thinking is that, so for you, in your guys' opinion, do you consider Bylante to be more of an anti-hero than Space Godzilla? Like more of like kind of a better or more of a like good counterpart compared to Space Godzilla? Because to me, in the Godzilla vs. Bylante movie, Bylante doesn't really do that much that's really evil. I mean, sure, she takes out a few of those guys, but those guys kind of had it coming. Those guys weren't really good guys at all. Those guys are kind of like terrorists. And she doesn't really kill anybody in the movie. Like, she doesn't attack humans because she wants to.
Right.
She only attacks when she has to, when Godzilla shows up. But then after that, she never really does anything malicious in the movie.
To answer your question, Remy, I would probably say yeah. I'll tell you what, I would give Bylante more potential just to be flat out good than Space Godzilla, because Space Godzilla intentions are just bad, period. Like he's coming from outer space to like literally take over the whole world and conquer the. Look what he did to Baby Godzilla. Like I don't think
Exactly. No, she wouldn't
felt
do that to Baby Godzilla.
Yeah, but I would say, yeah, I think so. I agree with you, Remy. I can agree with that.
Yeah, and Bylante was literally more in pain. Like she was suffering more, so you kind of have a little bit more sympathy for her than Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla was a jerk to begin with.
Yeah, Space Godzilla didn't care. He was flying with them crystals on his back. He was like, "Look, I got to go to Earth. I need to take over Earth. I'm finna go get this baby." that was his uncle. That was a nephew. He messed with his nephew.
Exactly.
I mean, to be honest, if you wanna, say it in general, yeah, I would agree with you about Bylante. And more Space Godzilla had when he first appeared, it was legitimate. He had that face of, I'm coming to mess things up. I'm coming to take over this Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
He had that face like, oh, I'm ready for this. Wasn't ready at all for Godzilla to have a second beam. Wasn't ready for either of his crystals on his shoulders to get blasted away. He wasn't ready for half of the stuff.
Yeah, he just it was like, wait.
I didn't sign up for this.
He was like, wait, hold up. What happened? I had an entire plan.
I thought they said that Bylante was draining the Earth, which is why they didn't try to stop Godzilla. Oh yeah, that is true.
But did that?
It was true.
I haven't seen Bylante in a long time.
That is true. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, that's true. Oh, okay.
But yeah, Space Godzilla came. Godzilla came with bad intentions. Like Space Godzilla didn't care. He didn't care about people. He didn't care about Baby Godzilla. He didn't care about Yuki, Yoki, Loki, whatever his name is. He didn't care about him. He didn't care about nobody.
Loki.
He came with bad intentions. What's his name, Remy?
It's Yukio, I think. I don't know how you got from Yukio to Loki. I'm like, what?
They don't talk alike.
Oh man, I don't. I try to learn their names, but I don't know. I'm just terrible at names, especially their names.
Yeah, the only
Like,
name I know is Miki. That's about it.
yeah, I know that name for sure.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna take it right out of
What's up,
Donald's
Remy?
mouth. Right out of Donald's mouth. What would you guys rate this movie? Donald, you first.
Ooh, Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Out of 5 stars, I would say I would say I'll do a 4. I'll say 3.5, 4, between 3.5 and 4. Because I did like the story element, the human element. The humans weren't born to me. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say 4 because I got to see Mothra. Right, Mothra was in the film, the Ferris was in the film, and I like the fighting, and I love Space Godzilla in this movie. Like having him in this movie, from the design, from his abilities, and just him having a battle with Godzilla, it was awesome. And then, even though Mogear wasn't really, as strong as they were, even having him in the final battle, I thought that was awesome as well. So I'll go a 4. I'll do a 4. I really enjoyed Godzilla versus Space Godzilla.
What about you, Remy?
Um, I'm gonna rate this movie probably like a 3 out of 5,
3
just
out of
because I
5. Okay.
thought, yeah, I still think it's a decent movie. I don't think it deserves as much criticism and as much hate as everybody gives it. Like, I don't think it's that bad of a movie. I'm like, when people tell me how bad it is, I'm like, have you seen Godzilla's Revenge? Have you seen Rage Again? Have you seen 1998? And you compare it to those? I'm like, come
Yeah,
on, really? The worst of the worst? Yeah, think
those
about
those
that.
three were the worst.
They are
those
the
are like the
worst.
lower tier movies.
Exactly. I'm like, this one doesn't. It's not that bad. I'm not saying it's like one of my favorites, but it's not. It's not terrible. Like, to me, it still has some positives. I still like Godzilla's suit. It's probably one of my favorite Godzilla suits, actually, of
Yeah,
him.
that's super fly.
I do like little Godzilla. I think his design is adorable. I really love Space Godzilla. He's probably one of my favorite Godzilla villains, if not my favorite Godzilla villain.
Mhm.
Um, I thought the fight scenes were pretty decent. Maybe they could. I still think maybe they could have cut a little bit out of the final battle. I think it went on a little bit too long. But I
Right.
still feel like Space Godzilla. Like, to me, the saving grace of the movie is Space Godzilla himself. Like, I just really find him such an interesting and really cool looking kaiju that I feel like Legendary could take this design and just tweak it a tiny bit and go bonkers with it. Like, heck,
I'm
they could
about,
probably like do an entire arc with Space Godzilla where maybe he starts
yeah.
off as a villain and then later down the road he maybe becomes an anti-hero and later becomes a good guy. Like, they
Yeah.
could do that with him.
Yeah, they got a lot that they can do. They got a lot they can do with it. And one thing as well, like if they ever do one, I would probably have him make his arrival the same way he made in this one when he landed on an island. I mean, I would do it like that. I don't know. I would do it like that. I probably would. And they end up somebody or whoever monarch, whoever ends up discovering it or whatever. But that's probably how I would do it. Nick, how would you rate the movie?
Um, as like what Remy said and what you said, I would have rated a 4, just flat out 4,
Mm-hmm.
because it was good. It was actually it's entertaining. You know, I don't have any complaints about it. The fight scenes were good for me. The humans parts were actually good for me. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there was
Yep.
a lot of emotions going off. Even when I can't even remember the chick's name, but I know who you're talking about. The one with the telekinesis, you had powers in it. You know, it was actually good. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was real good. I thought it was I thought it was good. And like I said, normally if I'm watching the movie, I'm like, dang man, I can't wait till I see so and so. But this movie, I thought the human element was good. Space Godzilla, he made the movie even better. Like I said, with just his abilities, even his intimidation, like he's a Titan. When you look at him, like he's got that intimidating look. Like we all talked about when he came to Earth, he
Yeah.
was coming with bad intentions. And what's
Yeah.
crazy is, man, I gotta commend Godzilla, man, because he stands up to these Titans that look just as crazy as him. Like think about it, he had to fight Destroyer. Look how crazy Destroyer looked. Look how crazy Space Godzilla looked. Look
Yeah.
at King Ghidorah. He's a dragon that can fly. They got tails and 3 heads. So he's having to go up against
Yeah.
monsters that look even crazier than he do.
Yeah.
So, but
You look at
I
Space
really
Godzilla's, yeah, you look at Space Godzilla's eyes and you just see evil. Like you just don't see any good behind those eyes. You're like, no, you're not. You're an
right,
evildoer. You gotta go.
right.
I'm sorry, man, but you gotta go. You don't have any good intention right now.
Yeah, you just and that's just how it happens, man. So Nick, you have the next movie, right? It's your
Is it
turn.
Nick or
Surge has
Surge?
an
Yeah,
Surge.
Surge has a
Surge
Nick.
on the last one.
Surge. I don't know what Surge.
And we
So
already know what's didn't Surge already give us his movie? Wasn't it gonna be in
No, that
84?
was me. That was
nah,
Oh, that was
me.
you, Nick. Oh,
we
my
waiting
bad.
for it. Yeah, we
Oh,
waiting for
okay.
it. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
surprise from
that's
Surge.
gonna be good.
Okay.
That's gonna be good. Always good chatting with y'all. I'm talking Godzilla with y'all. Anybody in the comments? Any more questions? Um, anything y'all want to say? Just feel free to hit us up. Remy, we did run. Me and Nick were talking. I think last night actually, and we're probably thinking the beginning of next year, adding a new member to
Oh,
the
okay.
Godzilla Nerds. So we wanted to see how you felt about it. Of course, we're running by Surge. Like to do
No, that'd be
everything.
dope. Yeah, no, I'm down
Okay.
for that. I love to meet a new guy on here.
Yeah, so we'll definitely do that, man, and try to get somebody on here and make it even better, man. We'll definitely see. I can't wait for Surge movie, man. I can't wait.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wonder what he's gonna pick.
Oh,
We got some in
wait
the
a
chat.
minute. I almost forgot. Check this out, guys. I did put it in the group, Dragon in our Godzilla group. But he was remember the screenshot I sent you guys in the group about the Ultraman topic? Let me see if I can pull it up
Hmm.
while I have it.
Oh, so good.
Just to refresh my memory. Let me see. Let me see. I know I screenshotted it and put it in the group. But I think that'll be awesome. That'll be real awesome. But we talk so much. Give me a minute,
I mean,
Dragon, because it's gonna take me a minute to
technically,
find this.
Ultraman is part of this universe.
Huh?
That Ultraman is kind of part of this.
Man, I would love to see Ultraman. I'm about to look for a Space Godzilla figure as soon as we log off, bro.
I know what.
Remy,
Give me a sec.
Remy,
Give me a
I
sec.
know you want to throw in Gamera in this because Gamera is part of this universe.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gamma is here for
of course
sure.
I'm gonna throw in Gamera into this universe. I want you know what? I want a fight scene between Monsterverse Space Godzilla and Monsterverse Gamera if they ever do that. I want those two to go at it. Like I kind of want Godzilla to go like on his last limb. You're like, oh shoot, is Godzilla like about to die? All of a sudden, Gamera just like lands right behind Space Godzilla and just goes, wait,
Oh yeah,
you and me,
yeah,
you
yeah.
and me, you and me. And Space Godzilla like drops
I think
Godzilla and just go after each other.
Godzilla is the standard for kaiju. He's
Yeah,
like it's him, and then you got to throw Kong in there because without him, it definitely wouldn't be none of that. So he got to
yeah.
get
They
his
got to get
spot.
Gamera,
Yeah,
and then
Gamma.
maybe Ultraman too.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I found it. Yeah, I found it. Let me see. Oh, he got the Monster Art Space Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so do I.
so
Hang on.
he said
That's what
Ultraman.
Remy went to go get.
He said Ultraman showing up in the Monsterverse. How would the humans view him? Okay. I, it depends on how they make them. Is he a prototype to help humans? Because they always make those robots that say, "All right, we're gonna build this to fight against Godzilla," and it never goes according to plan. So I guess it depends on how they do make it. It also said, let me see, would he confuse Godzilla? Would he confuse Godzilla for one of the monsters from the Ultraman universe and attack him? Would he merge with
Maybe.
him in the hide? And if so, what character? Dude, this would be an awesome topic. We gotta throw Ultraman in here. Oh wow, dang, Remy, dude, that is fire, bro. Is
He's
that
missing
monster art?
yeah, he's
Which
missing
one?
part of his tail, but I still got most of them intact.
Yeah, Godzilla chopped that club off.
No, I lost it. I've had this guy since I was like I think 12 maybe. So I've had him for a couple of years. So he's a little withered, but he still looks pretty cool though.
Man, I gotta go. I'm gonna buy me some Godzilla figures
You
tonight.
gotta get some Monster Arts figures, Donald. These things are incredible. Like these are the high standards of Godzilla figures, man. I'm not
I
kidding.
know, Remy, but I be
Like
looking, man. But my pockets be broke. I got my kids. They pull me everywhere. I got I. But do I have? I don't know. I don't think I have a monster though. I don't own not one.
on one?
I don't own one. But Christmas is coming up, so I already made my Christmas list and gave it to my wife. So I have a few.
Awesome.
I have a few by the time Christmas comes, and then I told her to save me one on my birthday because my birthday is the day after Christmas. So,
Wow.
And then I
so
even
like,
got where is it? I have one. Oh wait, here it is.
let me see what you got, Remy. Remy showing off the collection.
And then I even have this Godzilla right here.
Oh yeah, that's fire. One
This
of
is
my
the
favorite designs.
what is interesting about this one is that this is actually Godzilla Jr. at the end of Godzilla versus Destroyer in his adult form.
Wow,
Yeah.
dang, Remy, I got to step my game up, man.
Yeah, I even have I got the Destroyer. I even got Kong too, like the Monsterverse Kong,
So,
legendary.
Dragon got a question for you, Remy.
Yeah, what is it?
He said, "Is yours the one that came with the baby Godzilla?"
Um, oh, I know what he's talking about. Space Godzilla? No, the one I have is the original Space Godzilla that came out like years ago. I didn't get the new one because I was going to, but then I saw how much the price was, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not buying that.
See, Remy, see, that's why my pockets. That's why I still got money, man. I'm like,
You
oh
got
yeah,
Kong.
I don't. I think I got that one. I got that one.
You got Kong right here.
What's up,
I gotta
Kong?
step up my game.
And what's
Kong,
awesome
what's
is
up, man?
That Kong comes with like a bunch of different accessories. Like he has open hands, got the hands that kind of like that, so he can go on like on all
Yeah, that's
fours.
dope. That's
He even has a
fine.
hand to hold the axe too.
What,
Yeah, he's got the axe too as an accessory.
bro? Dang,
I gotta step up my game.
I gotta step my game up. I'll step my game up big time. I'm getting left
Oh,
behind.
you think that's impressive? There's people who literally have the monster arts of Biollante. That thing is freaking expensive, but
Doesn't Surge
damn, does
have
it
one
look
in the
cool?
corner of his room?
No, that's not it. Although he might actually. You have to ask Serge
He
if he
might, because
has
that thing is
that.
pretty big.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
gotta
big.
figure
Like
out.
you look at the size of it, it's really huge.
Man, that
The only
is.
thing I got is the NECA Godzillas, like from the 2014 Godzilla up
Yeah.
until the his
I got
Bernie version
I
from
got a few. I got a
2019.
few NECAs. I got a few NECAs. I got
Yeah.
a
I
few
have a few
NECAs.
nuggets too actually. Yeah. Same here.
Like I just get whatever figures I like. I just get them. Like if it's gonna look
Yes.
good, I just get them. When I was having a Halloween, I had my garage up and people was coming through my garage and they was looking at all the Godzilla stuff I had. They really liked the tissue, the tissue dispenser. I'm like, no, y'all can't have that. Don't steal nothing out of here, right? Y'all can't have that. But they were looking at the Godzilla posters, and so I was like, it's cool,
Yeah.
So I got to
Dragon,
step
I
my
agree.
game up.
Oh, whoops. Dragon, I agree with you, man. I cannot wait for the Final Wars figure to come out next year. I'm gonna buy that in a heartbeat, man.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I'm stacking my bread now, Remy, so I have it too. You ain't leaving me behind no more.
Yeah. Wait, have you guys seen those photos of the Final Wars figure?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing looks. Oh, it looks so beautiful, man. I love it.
I want it myself.
Yeah, Final
Yeah.
Wars is one of my favorite designs too. Like probably one of my top 5 favorite designs. So that's a design I have to have.
Yeah,
And yet we have not talked about that movie.
What?
oh,
What happened?
We have not talked about that movie yet.
I think I might have an idea for my movie next time.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, look, man, it's been good chatting with y'all, man. I enjoyed
Same.
this stream once again, man. It's always
Yeah,
fun.
this is
Always
awesome.
good talking to you, Nick. Always good talking to you, Remy. Of course, it's always good talking to you, sirs. I'm sorry you couldn't be here for the rest of the stream, but we know you got some business that you got to handle. We know you're going through a bad spot right now. Maybe Space Godzilla's in his area. I would hope not.
He's flying over him. Ruined his internet.
That's how the
Ruined
internet
whole
down.
internet.
The internet
Yeah.
towers out. But hey, man, it was good talking to y'all again, man. This is Donald.
I'm Nick.
I'm Remy.
Remember, we miss you, sirs, and we the Godzilla nerds. Peace out.
See y'all.
Hey, great chat with you too, Dragon. I'll see you, man. Good chat, man.
Yep. See you, Dragon. Take care, man.